Hi everyone, I'm in Asia as we speak right now, but this is Nori. I miss her, she's so cute. Before I left, I did a demo with these acrylic markers because I wanted to see how they are. The set is from Arts. It came with a lot of colors. There's actually two layers here. There's warm colors on top and then the cooler colors on the bottom. The sketchbook that I'll be using to demo today is my own sketchbook. It's bleed proof. It works great for acrylic markers, alcohol markers, and fountain pens. I wanted to try these markers because you don't have to prep or pump. All you have to do is just shake before use, and you can just go ahead and immediately use it. I like that it has a brush tip too. So compared to other arts markers I have, they're like a bit more bold and thicker. So these ones you can get a bit more precision. I also like that it comes with so many colors. Okay, let's get to the Q&A, except I ask you questions. I think the first question, and this is just to help level set, is where are you based? You don't have to be too specific if you're not comfortable. And what do you do? What's your occupation? So for me, if you're not familiar, I'm Ange. I'm based in Seattle, Washington in the States, and I'm a full-time artist. Being an artist entails a lot of things for me, such as I travel to conventions and fairs to sell my artwork. I also have an online store and recently a physical store based in Seattle. It's called Picarar and Friends. Definitely check it out. It's a short-term pop-up that will be there until mid-October. I also make videos like this. I do like making videos. I do just like doodling here and there. I write books. Sometimes I stream. I kind of do a lot of things. Next question is, what is a fun fact? I feel like this is always hard to ask and reply on the spot, but you guys have a little bit more time. You could just pause the video and think of something. But yeah, what's a fun fact? My fun fact is I don't like mushy food. I'm actually a very texture-based person when it comes to food. So I like things that are crunchy. I like when there's a variety of textures. So like I think salads are fun because you have the lettuce, which is like both soft and crunchy, and you can have other toppings and there's variety of textures. But if it's soft like mashed potatoes or congee, clam chowder, I feel like those are a bit too mushy for me. I feel like my threshold would be mashed potatoes with maybe like bacon or croutons on top. By the way, with these markers, because they're acrylic, you can paint on top of other surfaces. So I had this blue piece of paper. It's kind of like a glossy paper, but you can see I was able to add a bit of green on top and it's opaque. And you can keep adding colors on top so that it layers on and on, just like acrylic paint. Next question is, what are your guys' favorite movies and some movie recommendations you might have for others or for me? So I'm a huge movie person. I like almost all kinds of genres. I think my least favorite is probably action just because I need a bit more to the plot other than like just, I don't know, actiony things. So for example, like I liked Baby Driver because it had a music element to it. It was kind of fun in that way and cinematography wise. But other than that, I think I'm not like huge action person. I really like psychological thrillers. I do like slice of life here and there. I'm huge into horror as well. So some of my recs to you guys would be Knives Out, Gone Girl, A Beautiful Mind, and Arrival. Okay, next question is, what are your favorite snacks? I think I'm a huge snacker. When I'm eating, I usually don't eat too much in one sitting, and it's because I realize I'm someone who snacks throughout the day. So I'll eat a little bit in my meal, let's say like breakfast, and then I might want to eat again at brunch and then a bit more before lunch and so on. So my favorite snacks, I think growing up, I was very much a sweet tooth person. I think less so now, but lately I've been into chips. Like I've just been craving chips. Something that I've always had growing up is hot Cheetos. I like almost all of them. I think I'm like less inclined to have the super spicy one, but original, the puffs, the lime, the fries, I like all of them. My huge obsession growing up was the asteroid ones, which they actually came back recently in the last like couple years or so, because there was a period where they didn't have the asteroids at all. And then they actually did bring them back. They called them flavor shots. They brought them back only at convenience stores, but those were not very good at all. So I was quite disappointed when the flavor shots came out. But then I want to say like in the last maybe 2 years, they came out with the Hot Cheetos minis, which is what they're called now. So originally it was asteroids, but now they're called minis. And those are really good. Those I would say are on par to the asteroids. If not, they're the same. And if you don't know what those are, just look them up. They're these like hot Cheetos, but in circle form, and they're really tiny. But those are really good. They sell them at not only convenience stores, but also bigger stores like Walmart and Target in the States at least. So I highly, highly recommend that. And if you're not into spicy, I also like other potato chips, just like general potato chips. So like things from Lay's. There's one in Asia that I tried recently, which is the truffle flavor. And the truffle is really strong, but I really enjoyed that one too. Next question is, are you guys big gamers or you play any kind of game? Even if you're not a gamer, have you played a game recently or something that you want to share? And if you're not a gamer, then that's cool too. Let me know. I'm interested actually. So for me, I've always been a gamer growing up. My parents actually got me into games. We weren't allowed to play handheld consoles when we were younger. I want to say like I didn't get my first handheld until I was like late middle school, and I think it's because they caved. Like the Nintendo DS came out and all my friends had it, and it was probably advertised everywhere, and so my parents caved. But prior to that, they wouldn't let me have a Game Boy or just any handheld console. I would have to borrow it from friends or go over to their place and play, but it's not like I could take it home or try it on my own unless my friends were there. We were allowed to play the PlayStation, and so growing up, I played a lot of PlayStation games like Bomberman, Spyro. I played a lot of Digimon. I played Pac-Man. I also played Dance Dance Revolution. We were that family that had the pads at home, and so my parents would play with me too. These games, they would watch, they would also play. So I want to say, like, actually, my parents got me into video games. And then throughout high school, college, I also played more handheld games. Like I had my own money, so I was able to buy my own. I think I actually played with the Nintendo DS for a very, very long time. I never got the, like after the 3D edition, I didn't get that one, but I just had the Nintendo Lite for the longest time. And because I was in college and I moved away from home, that was something that was easy for me to just pack up and play. I was not really into mobile games, but the one mobile game that I did play was Clash of Clans, and that was like for a long time within college. I played a little bit of Plants vs. Zombies, and that was like a chill game that I could just play here and there if I was waiting for something. I didn't get into PC games until probably COVID time. Like I think growing up I did play a little bit of PC games, but you know, it's like there was like this one dinosaur game on the PC in the early 2000s. I can't remember the name, but you're a dinosaur and you're like walking around, you have a gun, and I don't even know what you're doing. You're just like searching for fossils or something, and you're like shooting other dinosaurs. You're like a raptor, I think. I think if you look it up, if anyone knows what I'm talking about, dinosaur with gun. And it was actually one of those games that you could play at school when we were learning how to type on the computer. So I played a little bit of computer games, but not at home really, other than like those CDs that my parents would get for us to learn the alphabet, like math blasters. But I didn't get my own PC until 2020-ish. And then my first like real game that I super got into was Genshin Impact, and that's a gacha game, which is dangerous if you are bad at gambling. I did play, I can't remember now. There's like a bunch of random PC games on Steam that I would download. I played a lot of horror games too, like Outlast. So I feel like now I haven't had too much time to play games just because I think life and I've been more interested in art and doodling. But I will say a game that I want to play now is Baldur's Gate. So hopefully when I'm back from Asia and traveling and all these other things, I would love to sit down and play Baldur's Gate. Oh, by the way, I love how these colors can just layer so nicely on one another, especially this white. White being like a really light color, but you can see it just layers nicely on the darker colors. Okay, my last question is, what do you like most about yourself? And if this question makes you uncomfortable, I understand, but maybe you can just share one thing you like or are proud of, and it can be small or big. It's okay to talk about yourself, and now is the time. You deserve time to shine and space to occupy. So, this YouTube channel is a safe space, and it's just us, which is chill. So, let me think. I think for me, something I like about myself is the ability to get things done and quickly. I just hyper fixate on things and I get super obsessed. So if I really want something, I usually will take the time to sit down and actually do it right there and then. There are some things that are really hard for me, like emails, for example. I think because I don't know, I don't have the mental capacity to like read them and sit down and do that. But let's say like for this marker exercise, I really want to try these. And so sitting down and doing them, taking the time to like actually make space in my schedule to do it is something that I'm pretty good at. And I'm able to just crank out a lot of things at once. Anyways, this Q&A was fun because I love reading all the comments that you guys share, and the previous video that we did this, there were so many responses. So I love that I get to know you guys, and this space is still pretty small, and so it's kind of nice that we're able to do that. My last question is to give me a question because I've actually never done a Q&A for myself, and so I thought that could be fun for the next video too. Ask me anything here and I'll try my best to give you an answer in the next Draw With Me video. This is the final spread of this marker demo. I really like these markers. The markers are pretty accurate to what the color is on the outside of the marker. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. I post videos every Monday, 12 p.m. PST. Okay, bye!